Do you or someone you love really into tacos and not know grammar? Well, you're in the right place.
I remember the first time that I ate a taco without thinking about it, and I busted my lip flat open because I didn't put it in right. I went in sideways, and that was the time that I learned that you gotta go in like, you gotta really turn your head and go like that. But if you just throw it on your face like that, you bust your lip.
That's a good testimony.
That's my testimony.
If you can relate to this testimonial, call the number on the screen now.
1-800-TACO safety for you and your relatives.
Taco safety forever. Now this pizza here has a big bubble in the middle.
Which one of them did you eat?
Yours. I feel like, I'm just gonna say it. Cause I was at that Blaze pizza place, and I noticed that it's one of those places where you make your own, they make the pizza with the toppings you want and they fire it in like 40 seconds, 4 minutes. I don't know how long it takes, I'm not a pizza maker, but I gotta be now. And I saw that there was a big bubble coming up on one, and like all of the toppings moved over. I was like, they should reject that.
Did they?
No. I pushed it down and I raked my toppings back over it. Just like that.
You know how you get rid of the bubble?
There. Push it down and rake the toppings back over it.
They make a thing at they do it on Papa John's. You rake the pizza with it and it pokes holes all in the dough. I make pizza in my house in a wood burning stove that I'd convert my grill into a wood burning thing. 800 degrees, hickory wood. And you got this thing, you got to go over it so you don't bubble. Papa John knows that, and I know that.
Blaze should know that. Thank you, Mark, sincerely for this amazing, this is amazing. So we're gonna be reaching off screen and pulling in pizzas pretty much every episode from now on. Another question that was asked, where is it?
Ignore the chewing noises. I know that makes people mad.
I'm trying to find the do's and don'ts of your first day, but I'm having some sort of issue here, a reading issue, to go with my grammar issue.
Do you or someone you love loves tacos? What did you say?
I don't remember. Boy, I was trying to credit the person who asked the question, but good luck with that.
You just read it a second ago.
The do's, oh yeah. Jessica Velke asks, what are the do's and don'ts of starting a new job? I'll just go ahead and put out there, don't do what I did on my first day at my job when I worked as a co-op intern with IBM, which means I got paid, so it wasn't like actual internship.
You were very cooperative.
Like I would take a semester off and I would work at IBM in the engineering department because that was my major. And first of all, my first day of work, I didn't show up because I broke my pelvis snowboarding 2 days earlier. And I had to call my boss and say, I'd never gone to work ever. And I was like,
can't be in, I'm sick.
This is Link, I was supposed to come in on Monday, but I broke my pelvis and I'm gonna be sitting on a weird pillow for the next 2 weeks. I'll see you in 3 weeks or something, you know?
You delayed by 3 weeks.
I think it might've been 2 weeks. It could've been 3, I mean.
It was pretty serious injury.
Laid out.
Every time I came into the house, you were laying on Mr. Fly. That was the name of our couch.
Mr. Fly, he's like, oh, he's Fly.
Yeah, Mr. Fly.
I'm gonna lay on that.
Had a rat living inside of him one time. That's another story.
But when I finally did go in for my first day of work, I was getting dressed that morning. You know, you think about everything. Like it's first day of school, like what am I gonna wear?
You think about everything, but you don't think at all. That's how I would describe starting your first job.
Oh, I thought you were saying me personally. I was like, wow, that hurts. You think about everything, Link, but you don't think at all.
No, I mean,
yeah, you're
stressing about everything.
I think about it, but I didn't make an informed decision.
You're not thinking about anything that matters in the way that would actually matter.
So I open my closet and I'm like, which shirt should I wear? Should I wear a shirt with a bold tie, like whatever you talked about? Should I wear something that I'm most comfortable and confident in? Or should I wear this one shirt at the end, this Tommy Hilfiger dress shirt that doesn't have a collar, and it's a blue jean shirt that has a rainbow colored collar? like a plaid. It's plaid-ish rainbow,
but no actual collar.
But no actual collar. It just had a band that came together and buttoned.
I think probably looked real good.
And I put it on. I was like, you know what? This is fashionable. I've never worn it before. My mom got it for me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you did.
I'm gonna wear this to my first day at work. What? Now I've noticed that they're trying to sell these shirts now. Like
Urban Outfitters, man. They'll have them.
H&M. Yeah. Christy actually, she brought home a shirt and said, "Here, I don't know if you like this or not, but try it on." And it was one of those collar shirts. I was like, this takes me back to my first day at IBM when I totally embarrassed myself. I can't wear this shirt. So they're trying to sell them now, and they were trying to sell them at the time, I guess, because I owned one.
You'll probably get one. You'll get one.
I wore it all day, man.
You'll wear one before I will.
I don't know how I went back for a second day. I don't know how I made it through those 8 hours.
Well, the funny thing is they were probably thinking, that's a pretty fashionable shirt he's got there.
And did I mention
the year it was.
Did I mention I was on crutches?
Look at that guy.
For the next month.
He doesn't have a collar and he's on crutches.
I was the guy who's the new guy with the collarless button-up shirt and the crutches.
I just remember, and this is how I would...
You gotta be confident.
I would answer the question. Wow, I don't think you can be prepared. Just be ready to acknowledge how much you need to learn. That's all I can say. My first job worked similarly, it's a word I can't say, in a similar fashion to Link's job. I didn't work full semesters, but I worked at a firm called Black & Veatch, engineering firm, over the summers, like 2 summers maybe before I graduated, or the summer before I graduated, and then when I graduated in December, then I went to work for him. But I just remember going in and, first of all, as an engineer, the thing everyone wore is you wore khaki pants and a collared like polo shirt, short sleeve. I mean, that was...
We call those a golf shirt.
Yeah.
A polo shirt.
Everybody. I guess they call it a knitted shirt now. Is that what you call it? In other words, you just got 3 buttons up top, you know. I definitely had that on because I had that on every single day except casual Friday, where I wore jeans with a tucked in shirt, because it can't get too casual. You're not gonna not tuck your shirt in.
It might get caught in the blueprint.
Right. What kind of idiot is that? He's got his shirt untucked. But I just remember I was assigned this guy, Jeremy, was the one that was supposed to, he was the lead engineer who was supposed to answer all my questions that I asked. I asked him so many questions. Like, I feel like every 7 minutes I was getting up and asking him another question. Because they just kind of threw me in and I didn't know what I was doing. And
Did they give you an assignment or something?
Yeah. It was like...
They just told me not to look stupid and I failed at that one.
I mean, what I was being asked to do was very specific. It was like, take this map, this topography map, and redline it in a way that then can be given to this AutoCAD guy who's actually going to do the work.
You had to draw.
That's the way it was
on a blueprint with red ink.
Last time I talked to a guy that worked at Black & Veatch, that's still the way they were doing it, like 5 years ago. It still wasn't that there was just a dude that knew AutoCAD who was just doing it all. I'm assuming that's finally changed, but back in the day, just take the thing and redline it. I would draw new topographic lines in there and be like, okay, this is the grade, and then I would hand it to Sean Collins, who would then take it and put it into AutoCAD.
Really?
Yep.
That's messed up.
It was a great relationship.
But your shirt was tucked in, and that's all that mattered.
But, I mean, they liked me until they fired me.
So if you had to do it again, you just wouldn't ask as many questions?
No, I don't know. I just felt like I wish I could go back and understand how much I needed to learn, but I was asking a bunch of questions. I don't even know if I've got an application. It's just, you know, you're gonna fail, especially if you're given something that you don't know how to do. Just kind of embrace that and be willing to learn. And when I say I got fired, you know you may have heard the story. I got laid off with every single person who got hired on one day got laid off when the company shrunk. They hired a bunch of us junior engineers, and then they fired every one of us on the same day. It was just they had to do it. There's the whole Enron thing. You don't remember. And it doesn't matter.
You want some pizza, though?
Yeah.
Look at that.